Hello and welcome to Shad's Voice, where I usually get a random topic from a topic generator and I talk about it until I can't anymore. So, I guess we're going back to the past with this one because it's probably not as popular now, but I think there are some instances where people still do it. And I think it's absolutely awesome. I know it's one of the things I wanted to do or have some kind of experience doing, but I have not yet got to it. But anyway, our topic for this one is blacksmith or blacksmiths, blacksmithing, I think also another term for it. Forging things. Those people a long time ago, like in medieval times, who forged just about anything from swords, weapons, anything basically with a blade or armor, even. Because knights had to get that armor from somewhere, and somebody had to make it for them. And it's kind of a freaking cool concept, let's be real here. So, there's not much, I guess, I can talk about it, how it works, because I actually do not know how it works. I know it takes I know you have the hammer and like the possibly the wheel to shape a sword. Well, maybe like back then. Maybe they got rid of the wheel thing, maybe to sharpen swords. I don't know. But it's a whole lot of just shaping metal and stuff like that. And I know it was one of the things I definitely wanted to do. Like I had this whole like list of like me as an artist of things like I wanted to do or want to do because I love swords. I don't know if anybody knows this, but Shadow loves her swords, and I have four of them. I have three katanas and an actual medieval sword, all gifted from to me from my uncle. My first katana was from when I graduated, and as a graduation gift for graduating high school. The other three, I think I got. Oh no, I got two at one time. No, the other two. My bad. Three katanas, one sword. The other two I got as a random visit, visiting him in Texas when he still lived there, but he doesn't live in Texas anymore. He lives here now where I am, but not in the same house. But and then the actual medieval sword was a gift from a once used to be brother-in-law, but he's not anymore. But I still have that sword. And I also have an engraved pocket knife with my name on it from that ex brother in law as well. But yeah, Shadow loves her blades. So yeah, I had this list of things I wanted to do as an artist that I just kind of wanted to eventually be able to do before the freaking carpal tunnel kicked in very bad and wanted uh and kept me from doing what I wanted to do. Like obviously I've painted before now, but like things I wanted to do was like woodworking. Wood carving would be cool probably, but I haven't did actual wood carving. I've done wood burning. I have this wood burner that my uncle also, who got me the katanas, got me. Kind of hard to hold that thing though, and it's also kind of painful after a while. Um, you hear my cat, she's meowing over there. But like the next step after the wood would have been the metal and wanting to like make not just weapons, okay? I know Shadow loves her sharp knives and blades, but there's like things out of metal I've wanted to like shape, like, and one of the things, well, if you know, I love Darksiders, which I do. Yeah, I could probably make the horseman's weapons too, like death scythes and stuff like that. But no, the thing like I've always wanted was like a replica of like Volgram's shop chimes. Is I absolutely love it. I think they look cool and it has chains and everything, and I've wanted an exact replica of that. And so far I've not actually made an official one. I made one from like cardboard and fake necklace chains and painted it, and I mean that I guess that sort of worked. But haven't officially made one myself, and I haven't like worked with metal, and I would love to shape metal and stuff like that, and just wishing I had that ability. But I have not started it yet. But it's something I've wanted to do. Uh, Finding somebody who forges stuff, though, I have, well, given I have not started looking around, but I know there's people that can do that, and I've seen like Facebook videos. I watch a whole lot of random Facebook videos, but seeing people like who can shape metal and stuff like that, and people doing everything, even with like blowing glass, it's kind of a cool concept of stuff I wish I could do. I haven't got there, but maybe one day I will. Kind of, not only is it kind of expensive process, but you kind of have to have almost your own place to do it. And unfortunately, I live in an apartment, and they don't even want you using a grill too much closer to your apartment building in your own backyard. Well, quote unquote, own backyard. You don't even have a backyard. So, kind of doing all that stuff kind of probably requires your own space and stuff like that. And it's just like, you wish, but you can't. But like, going back to blacksmithing and how important they probably obviously were back then. I mean, obviously, well, there might have not been dragons to fight, but there were actual people who still had to wear armor and knights, and for battle and stuff like that, they had to get that stuff shaped for them. So they're kind of like, back then, blacksmiths were tailors in their own way, but with metal and stuff like that. That's kind of cool. So it's like you got your own fitted armor. They did probably all the measurements themselves. They got paid, I'm guessing, depending on how expensive the armor was, how good quality was. Not even maybe even armor, but probably leather and stuff like that. I'm sure that still also goes with them. Um, Paid based on their experience, and I think, to me, I hope that never dies because, like I said, it's a cool concept. And then the swords are absolutely beautiful, and it just like being able to create something like that and have not only because, well, back then it was useful and it was a deadly weapon. I mean, just like having a sword now and just like knowing somebody had to make this is a great kind of feeling. And just like props to you, man, because it's like, man, it probably is a dying art, maybe now. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's still especially people dedicated to that. I know there are a few. And God, I wish I was one of them. I really want to be one of them, but it's like one of those things I've always wanted to do. So if you didn't know that about Shadow, you do know now. One of the, like I said, one of the things I wanted to do was shape metal, not only make weapons and like knives and blades, but there's quite a few things that I wanted to do with like metal. Like I said, that Volgrim chime from Darksiders, but there's probably a lot of things that I could have made of metal that would have been cool, and being able to cut it and forge it and shape it and all kinds of things. Things that would have definitely took time, but it probably would have been a hell of a lot worth it. And it's like, oh, I still hope I get the opportunity one day. I don't know where I would have to go or somebody would teach me, but it's like I would so love to do it. It would be so cool. But yeah, I would say that will probably do it on Blacksmiths. I'm trying to think of another one probably off the top of my head. Uh, kind of, I don't know, like that. I guess you had those apothecaries, but maybe we can put that on a different Shad's voice. Who knows? But medieval times probably was, well, even though they've had other issues like the Black Plague and everything else, and uh, other things of dealing with things not sanitary great. Um, Blacksmithing was probably one of the best things to come from back then. And that's how I feel like. So, yeah, thank you for listening if you had. I will see you in the next one.